Oh, don't take that, please.
No, I'm not.
All right, thank you. Okay, hi everyone. Yes, let's have everybody settle down. Samia, Kalaf, you guys come over here. Thank you. Lydia, please. Bring your chairs here, everybody. HR, what are you doing in the corner? Get over here. Okay. Zalal, Zalalam, you guys doing something? What must be so important than the weekly wins? All right, okay. Well, thank you guys for gathering for the July 26th weekly wins event. So yeah, a lot happened the past week, and you guys already know what this event is all about. So Ganesh, can you stop doing whatever it is you're doing? You put a sticker on the front page. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, Agenda remains the same. We're going to be going over some personal wins, organizational updates, HR updates, education updates, communications, products, G4 development, and then finally conclusive remarks by seniors. So I tried to reach out to some of our senior members, like Mr. Ali, Mr. Alper. People were not responsive. So hopefully we will have Emre to give us the conclusive remarks and quote of the day. So quote of the day, I personally selected a quote that I think would resonate with what this week was all about. So more or less, that's what we're going to do today. Yes. So personal wins. Let's share some personal wins. Let's just get 2 or 3 people out here, share some of the things that they accomplished over the past week, and then we can quickly try to go over the updates that we have for the remaining departments. Okay, any volunteers? Do we have any volunteers? Have you guys ever seen Dave HR come out here to give his personal wins? No? No? Dave, how about you come out here, give us some personal wins? No, people can't say no to this. Yes. Anything that happened on a personal level, you're supposed to give us an update about, something you found interesting, someone you met, could be a lady. I mean, anything that's interesting. Anything. How did this week pass? Anything you can remember, anything interesting. Food, football, video games, movies, people, parents, family, relatives. Who did you see? Who did you meet? What happened? Wow, that's overwhelming, huh?
Yeah. Training place around the next building.
New place.
Yeah.
For food?
Yeah.
What did you have?
It was horrible.
Horrible?
Yeah.
Then tell us what the place is, and then so we won't make the same
the
mistake.
Ambassador building for third floor. I tried new food, rice with egg. It was for the taste is horrible.
Oh, the Smiley Burger? Ambassador third floor, they serve rice there. It's a Smiley Burger, right?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Huh? That's the third floor. Samia, would you like to give the personal wins? So what are you saying then? Third floor. I actually find their food really, really interesting. I think that's one of the few places where burgers actually taste good.
I didn't try the burger one. I tried the rice with
Rice with eggs. So you do not recommend?
Yeah.
Did you use Rate It in any way?
No.
This is where Rate It will come in handy, guys. This is how advertisement starts, by the way. Ads, But yeah, all right. Let's not take more time. Dave, let's have you nominate someone out here. Who? Samia, the one who disturbed? Samia. You just had to open your mouth, huh? Come out here. Hi, Samia, how are you?
Fine.
What happened throughout the week? Or should I list down whatever I listed down for Dave?
Oh.
Parents, food, family, movies, game. Okay.
I was sick.
Oh, God
Flu?
bless you.
Yeah. So I survived that. It was hard. Thank you.
She survived it.
I survived the flu.
What could we? Now we want to know the name of the disease. Was it?
Cold.
Oh, she survived the cold, guys. Round of applause, Samia. Very, very strong immune system. We really applaud you for that.
Yeah.
What else happened? Okay, that's actually a very solid win. What else happened? Huh?
I finished Harry Potter book 5, Order of the Phoenix, and I started Half-Blood Prince. Yeah, that was a movie.
How many people are Potterheads here? People who are interested in Harry Potter? Raise hands. Harry
Zalbo.
Potter. Is anybody interested in Harry Potter? Zalbo?
Yeah.
Next person wins.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean,
Come here.
anyone who interacts with this situation in any way is going to be sharing their personal wins up next.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Samia. Zalbo, come out here, bro. You just had to raise your hand. Huh? I mean, it's a friendly environment here, so whatever happens, you can just share whatever the hell happened.
So, personal win.
Yes.
Um,
I think I saw you with someone, Zalbo. The day before yesterday, light-skinned girl. Would you like to tell us about that?
nope.
No? Like, that's personal? That's why it's called personal.
Which one?
Okay, share some
Okay.
updates.
I have finished a series. It's kind of nice.
I'm so glad
It's
you
been a
did not
while.
stop there. He has finished.
It's
You
kind
took
of
a good
nice.
prompt.
I would recommend it. It's called Supercell. I don't know if Super.
Super safe.
Yeah.
Is it Chinese? Super safe.
It's more of UK based movie, so mostly stabbing and stuff.
All right. Mostly stabbing.
Not mostly. It has powers and stuff, but
Do you recommend?
yes,
All right. Okay.
I
What
mean,
else?
it's not
Anything
for
new?
everyone, but I mean that's interesting.
It's interesting job.
Uh, yeah, I think that's about it.
All right. Let's have you nominate someone then.
If you could go, that would be nice.
Oh, me? Oh. Okay. Zalalam, do we have guests? Oh, okay. Would they like to share personally? Okay, so I've been nominated. So yeah, what happened to me throughout the past week? So last week Sunday was my graduation. My mom hosted this big party. There were about 200 people invited, 100 of which I did not know. They were my mom's friends and people who lived around my neighborhood. So I had a chance to eat a lot. I actually made a speech in front of 400 people, and I ended up. I mean, it was really immature the way what I spoke. Very, that's not something you would expect from a person who graduated. It was not graceful at all. But yeah, it passed. It was captured on video. It was something to remember my graduation by. I really fumbled with that one. So yesterday again was Baruch Makonnen and a CEO had a chance to travel to Adama as well as A2SV. Yeah, both A2SV, we had a chance to visit them. So yeah, you guys would be surprised about how they renovated around the infrastructure around the campus is like actually really good. They have Brooke, would you actually like to comment about what we saw yesterday? No, you're good. Okay. Oh shit! I actually remember something that happened yesterday as well. I'm going to fill you guys in on it. So yeah, we got to visit the students in AS2 and Adama as well. It was a really wonderful experience, catching up with them. They actually kicked off their project phase, and on our way back, we saw these watermelons. All right, and you guys know Emre. Emre is a huge fan of fruits, and not me, but Baruch and Emre are. So we bought this big watermelon, and there were just three of us actually, and yeah, Zalalam was driving, so four of us. So it was a really big watermelon, so we had to eat the entire thing for four. So that's exactly what we did. We just kept eating and eating and eating. Emre actually made a funny comment there. I said, Emre, this watermelon is actually full of water, and he was like, "Wow, like no wonder, like they came up with the name, right?" So on our way back, like I said, 90% of watermelons is water, right? So yeah, the guy is here himself. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the expressway, the one you guys take while you're traveling to Adama, and there is like this big hill. So what we decided to do, me personally, we needed the car to stop, so we had to take a leak. It wasn't just me; it was Baruch. All of us, because we ate that watermelon. So what they did, Baruch and Emre, it was, mind you guys. This was at 8 p.m. in the evening. So we stopped at the expressway. There was this big ass hill. They actually had to climb all the way up. I don't know what they were hiding. I just took a leak right there. That twice actually. I did it twice. But they had to climb the entire mountain to do so. You guys should have seen it. I tried to record, but it was too dark and nothing was really visible. So yeah, that happened. Emre took a leak. So no, I mean, why are you guys laughing? Like as if you guys don't do it. We all did, except for Salam. I don't know what that guy is made of. He was not. He actually sat inside the car. But yeah, that's quite a funny story that happened on our way back. It was a really good experience. So basically, that's what happened yesterday. Yeah. So what else happened? Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it from my end. And yes, so we have taken 15 minutes for the personal wins. So I guess it's best if we progress to the other updates and wins. So I would like to give the stage to Emre. If the okay, well, let's just take a minute, and in the meantime, maybe we can give the education updates. Okay, will you be the one giving it to us? Okay. Is it populated or is it populated on? Come on, oh.
Thank you very much, Hakim. So let's take a look at the organizational updates of the week. First off, kudos to community education team as well as our mentors and coordinators. We have successfully finished the quarterfinals. And I think we have received over 110 submissions, right? Is Bayimnet around? Bayimnet from community education, he's in the next room. Yes, so out of 128 projects, more than 110 of them finished the quarterfinals, guys. So remember, last year we started with 165 and finished with 150. You know, we lost about 1/3 of the projects on the way. And this year that ratio is a lot lower. So this is a great organizational success. Therefore, everybody who has contributed definitely deserves a great round of applause. I hope he hears. Biruk, if you didn't hear, please let me know. Okay, next, we definitely continue making reach outs. So our best tool to get connected with different organizations and individuals is LinkedIn. Definitely utilize LinkedIn, guys. Like it's the place, it's the business network. And if you want to get connected with other professionals for any reason, it can be bringing some advisors to your projects, getting some information about the domain like our remote education squad successfully do for the DIME project. It can be about having calls to bring some financial resources for A2SV like we try to do as funding special forces. And definitely understand it better, make connections with people, do reach out. Like you would be surprised how many people are going to be willing to help. You know, in many cases, even if they are not directly helpful, they try to connect you with somebody else. You know, I get at least some important introductions through these calls. Next, so this is a yellow tick because we have 3 partner schools in Ethiopia, and we kicked off the project phase officially yesterday in 2 partner schools, in Ağustos and Adama. So we had a great visit with Biruku Mekonnen, Dagım, and Zelalem. So we had representations from different squads, and they're about to start the project phase, right? This is the time that they are going to gain some skills for professional software development in a team environment. And I would say the main point we have learned and shared yesterday was the importance of the first step of solving problems, which is understanding the problem. So Zelalem shared with us the ideal number of interviews you should do before you start development is 250. This is not a little number. This came as a surprise for some of our members. But team, otherwise, if you don't understand the problem well enough, what happens? You are going to learn those things that you were supposed to learn at the beginning in the middle of development. And then pivoting is going to be harder. Therefore, take your time at the beginning, spend time with the real paying owners, your potential customers, and understand what problem you are trying to solve. This is going to be super helpful in the later stages of your journey. And never forget, talking to your customers, this is a never-ending part of our cyclic process. So it's not like we finished the interviews, now we will never ever talk to them again. No, after you build something, you will talk to them again, receive feedback. You make some changes, you will talk to them again, get their feedback and input into the system. So next, audit compilation. Well, like this should have been yellow, guys. Sorry for the mistake. But we had a big step. So we have collected on our side the proofs of some of the spendings that they marked. And we had a great session earlier this week in which we went over the list and explained like why those spendings happened. So everything is looking great. There is just one last step that they need to complete with our CPA, who is going to be back to California next week. So we hope that 2022 and 2023 audits are going to be completed by the end of next week. This is very important because after that happens, we are capable of getting some transparency recognition certificates. That is going to be definitely helpful for future fundings. And when we look at funding special forces progress, some meetings I had this week. Afra, she's originally from Sudan, and she was born and raised in Dubai, and she does things related with education. So she was very impressed with our program. And when I visit the Gulf countries, we are going to meet in person as well. So at the moment, it doesn't look like she can be directly helpful for funding, but she's in the same domain. She's excited about what we do, so she's in a good position to connect us with different individual and organizations. Next, Simpa. He is from Nigeria, and in the past, he was even nominated for Emmy Awards. So he's a documentary maker. In the past, he worked with different agencies like Bloomberg, Wise, Reuters, and he has great connections. He was very happy to hear about our project, and we may actually do some content together about A2SV, and through his network, we can get our message heard by more people. So this is at the beginning stage now, and I will keep you guys posted depending on the progress we will have. So Hind, she's a great lady in the United States. I believe she may have some Middle East origins. And she's a high-level executive at a company called Playbook. So she's also working at Moloko, which is a competitor of Liftoff. So we are in the same tech domain, and she also has social impact interest. It was a very nice call, and she will also make some introductions for the future. Oyen, so she was sourced by Brian. She is a VC. So Techstars is one of the most successful VCs in the United States. And she is actually considering to become a jury member. She has African, let's say, ancestors. And the conversation was nice. And she's going to check with her calendar. By the end of this month, we will get a confirmation whether she will be representing Techstars in our hackathon or not as a jury member. So next, Larissa. So Larissa is new Rumana for people who are familiar with our Bloomberg point of contact. So Rumana has switched to another role, and moving forward from Africa recruiting perspective, our point of contact would be Larissa. So we had a great call. The call just happened while we were having the opening ceremony for the camp, for the project phase at Us2. So we also had the nice chance to show a sneak peek of what we are doing. And it was a very positive call. She said she's going to report what she has learned to the partners on the philanthropy arm. We hope that this call is going to be helpful, moving the needle with the funding from Bloomberg. And lastly, this morning, Biruk Zevdo and I, we went to a US embassy. So we got connected with a guy named Henok, who is running American Spaces program. So based on what we have understood, they have some spaces in different cities, including Addis Ababa. They allow different activities. So like Addis Ababa one can be nice if we have, let's say, some important visitors, because when you invite them to a hotel versus when you invite them to American embassy, it's not the same thing, right? So it can be a good advantage. And more importantly, the spaces in other cities, like they mentioned places like Jimma, Bahardir, Jeredawa. So they have those spaces in those places as well. And it can be a good way of giving people some exposure to A2SV education. Like we had the meeting this morning. Obviously, everything is very fresh, not baked at the moment. But like this is actually very good to open these doors. As you know, A2SV is a US-based nonprofit, and they didn't know us before, so they were surprised that we were here 5 years having all this success, and they didn't hear about us. But later, better than never. And for the short-term funding, since they have lengthy processes, it's not a high prospect. However, they have some programs which we are great fit for, and their applications, like you need to fill out some paperwork. They say that the closest one is happening in February, and for the next year, definitely we will be set for making applications for those. Yes, this is the summary of the week, and tomorrow we also have our closing ceremony for the quarterfinals and opening for the semifinals. So another important milestone for the hackathon. I hope we are going to get details from Community Education Squad. So when we look at what else is happening next week, so we will definitely continue making funding special forces progress. Africa Leadership, no, not Africa Leadership Tech Summit, sorry team. Tech Leadership Summit. Or in other words, ATLS, if you want to call it with the short name. So what we are planning is making our hackathon finals bigger than it is. Because hackathon finals are great, but it's not enough to bring together all the user personas that we want to showcase A2SV's progress. And as you know, this year we have ADVA Museum. We didn't have such kind of a great place in which we can organize international events and invite like very respected people from the tech industry. So this year we have this chance. And we don't know whether this is going to happen or not, because it's not something that A2SV can organize by itself. Therefore, we are planning to organize this in collaboration with Ministry of Innovation and Technologies, Ministry of Labor, what is the S? Skills, Labor and Skills, and the PM office. So we will also have our partner schools as partners because we want to bring academics as well. So this event is going to bring together different personas. Who are they? Tech leaders from the industry, from academy, philanthropists, investors, and politicians who are making decisions about education, especially tech education. So we want to bring all these people together in Addis Ababa, and with the help of collaboration of other governmental organizations, we want to bring people from other countries as well. Again, it's not clear whether this is going to take place this year or not, but we will do our push. So if things work out, our hackathon finals are going to be part of ATLS. And this is something that we want to do every year. This way, we know when our products are going to be launched, when the career fair is going to take place, when the hackathon finals are going to take place. So the whole year can be organized in a way that we are pacing to make our strong showcase in this event. Again, work in progress. We will see whether it's going to happen or not this year. And lastly, next week, we also finalize and submit our partnership proposal to Ministry of Innovation and Technologies. So there are 3 different facets of this potential partnership. Number 1, education partnership. Number 2, hackathon partnership. Number 3, and number 3 is development, which is core dev. So we are going to keep you guys posted. And since this is our priority team, whenever there are some needs from the funding special forces, please do prioritize those tasks over other tasks because we have a tight timeline. Thank you very much, everyone. Are there any questions or points? Yes, Liban. So, like, we are still trying to update our LinkedIn account. Basically, I scheduled a second call with LinkedIn. I had the call, and this guy also couldn't understand my Calendly link, and he asked me to send an email. And the mail, again, didn't get delivered. And I actually, indeed, did the research this time and found out that our email is unfortunately listed in one of the spam lists because there has been some automated email sent, and that has, I believe, ruined our domain reputation. So I have already filed, let's say, a complaint about this situation, and we stopped sending automated emails as well. So everybody, please be careful with the emails that you're sending. Definitely do not spam people for any reason. And we hope that after we get out the list, we will be able to send emails to LinkedIn folks, because at the moment our emails are automatically getting rejected. I didn't notice it in our first call last week, and like I basically scheduled another call, but with the second guy, I have experienced the same thing. The emails are not delivered. So now the process is going on to get our domain out of that spam lists so that our emails can get delivered. So the reason it's waiting for this is because on LinkedIn, there is a concept called country cluster. So you can put your job postings normally based on countries with a normal account as well as a Recruiter Lite account. And in order to have access to country clusters and put one posting and making it available for all EMEA region or all world, you need to have upgraded version. And you can only get it by talking to customers, which is a horrible workflow. You know, I believe they lose a lot of customers due to this weird workflow, but as a result, we still couldn't upgrade our account to have access to country clusters. So it is still work in progress. Any other questions or points, team? In that case, Hakim, back to you.
Thank you so much, Emre. All right. In that case, we can have the Ethiopian education updates presented to us by Galila.
Hi guys, I'm Galila. I'm part of the in-person education squad, and I'll be presenting the wins and the plans for the next week. So to start with the wins, we started the project phase for two of our schools. For both ASTUS, the project phase was started yesterday, and we have completed onboarding the students, and we're going to be conducting a track placement assessment tomorrow. And the next win is, this is actually still in progress for AIT, but for both ASTUS, we have finalized the dormitory process, and for AIT, we are almost done with the process. And I think the students are going to be joining the dorms starting from tomorrow. And they will be fully settled in for the kickoff we're going to be having on Monday. We had a pleasure of a visit from Emre and Brookham. For they attended both of the kickoffs on that was held in both ASTUS. We delivered the promised rewards to the top performing students of the camp. This was a long awaited reward. We had promised AirPods for top performing students of the camp. We have delivered that. We still have some promised rewards for the second education phase. We will be hoping to deliver that as well. We have distributed certificates for the top 8 groups of the hackathon. Yes, that was done during the kickoff too. For the plans for this week, we're going to be continuing with the project phase for the two ASTUS. We're going to be allocating students into the different tracks since they will be taking the assessment tomorrow. We're going to be assigning students based on the result of that assessment. We're going to be starting the learning path of each track after the students have been allocated as well. And for IT, we're going to be starting our project phase on Monday, and we're going to be doing the onboarding, allocating the students into the different tracks, and also we're going to be starting the learning paths of each track. Thank you guys. Any questions? Right, I don't think Doug is here. So let's continue with the remote education updates. But yeah, right, I guess.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be giving you the updates for the remote education. That's Group 5 remote education, and then the second year for Group 4, that's called DIME, the project. So Group 5 remote education, the past week, it's been a practice week for our students. They took a lecture on greedy algorithms the previous week, and then now this week was a practice week. And also today we're planning on having our first mock interview with the students, and I'm sure it will turn out to be great. Next updates or win that we've had is we started recruitment for the G6 remote education. So G6 remote education is going to be starting earlier this month. We've decided this because remote education needs more time than in-person education. And in order to give our students more time, then it needs to be started earlier. So the recruitment process has been started this week, and we'll continue working on that for the next week. Another thing is we've also started documenting our G5 education process. And this has been started a couple of weeks back, and now because we have started with the G6 recruitment and we need what we've done in the previous G5 recruitment, we've also came back to the documentation and we're updating that. Another update is the YouTube lecture series. On that, the two teams, like one team from the in-person education and another team from the remote education, started working on 2 separate lecture videos for our YouTube lecture series. And moving on to the plans, as I mentioned, we'll be continuing to work on the G6 recruitment, and also we'll continue our normal education for G5. Next week is going to be a lecture, and it's going to be normal education. And when I move on to DIME, the wins that we've had from this week is one thing, we've started research on PSI DSS. I've been told that this is legal standard for. Yeah, that's a standard for data handling, and we're going to need that for our DIME project. It's an international standard because we're going to be handling data related to finance and transactions. So this is going to be important for us. We've started research on this for this week, and the next week we're going to continue that. Another thing is we've continued updating the demo app because that's in progress. We have also went to Ethio Telecom to research about bulk SMS we're going to use for our OTP and stuff. And also we wanted to check if other projects in A2SV can use the packages provided by Ethio Telecom as well. That has been done, but finally we've decided to go against it and use something else. If I'm not mistaken, we're now on Afro Messages. Yes. And Afro Messages is a platform that gives you, if you subscribe to it, and it gives you access to bulk SMS. You can send bulk SMS to it. And OTP for it. We're going to be using it for OTP mainly. Another one is we've had an in-team interview for the UI and the mobile app. So we've scheduled a session, and then we've had reviews for the UI of the UI UX of DIME and also the mobile app. And we've had some comments, and those comments are going to be fixed the coming week. And also in the next week, we're going to be starting integration with the backend for the mobile app. Any questions? If not, that was it for the remote education updates. Next one is the community updates. It will be by Bemnet.
All right. So for the community updates, yeah, most of our tasks were revolved around the hackathon. So we have finalized the hackathon's quarter final. So I think, yeah, mostly what we have done was like grade aggregation, some complaint handlings, and I think we have finalized the grade aggregation. The selection of the top 32 teams is finalized, I would say. And we're going to announce it in the tomorrow's kickoff. And we are doing some preparation for the semifinals, like preparing checkpoints, reaching out to people that are involved in the semifinals. So that's also done. The third one is reaching out to advisors. So as you know, advisors are going to be part of the semifinals. So we have made some reach outs to some potential advisors, and they have registered. And the last one is continuing community education. So the community education was continued for all except Div 1 people. Yeah, coming back to the plans, we're going to continue the community education, and tomorrow we're going to have the semifinals kickoff. We're going to announce the top 32 teams that made it to the semifinals, and the semifinals in general will like continue starting from the next week, and it will end, I guess, in September 6th. So starting from July 28th, the kickoff is tomorrow, but it will officially start on 28th till September 6th. So we're going to conduct the semifinals. So most of our tasks will revolve around the semifinals as well. And the last one is onboarding the advisors for the semifinals of the hackathon. So we have already reached out to advisors and we got some responses. So we're going to filter those advisors, select the one that are going to be like beneficial for the hackathon, reach out to them and like finalize their confirmation. And after we do that, we're going to make them part of the hackathon, and they will continue supporting the projects that we assign them to. So yeah, these are the plans and the updates. If you guys have any questions, all right. If not, it's going to be communication updates by Venice.
Hey, you guys just took my job, then I'm just gonna.
Okay. Thank you, Bemnet. So for the communication updates from last week, picking up from last week, we had the hackathon quarterfinals, and we also managed to do 4 live streams in total. And then also we had some social media content that we presented this week that we were working on, which included success stories, which included some general content, also Global Startup Awards, and also some testimonials from our team as well. So obviously from the social media team, would encourage you guys to always go and like and engage and interact with our posts.
And then also we finalized the communications KPI doc for HR and we reviewed it. So now we're just going to be waiting for any additional changes from the HR and then we can address this. And then for CodeV, we did some video shoots for some CodeV teams and then also and then we're now starting also to do the video production. And for some, we also posted some content as well on that one. And then for the promotions that we said we're going to set up for LinkedIn, YouTube, and X, right now we promoted Hanon's posts, but at the same time we're on hold with the promotions for now. So until further notice, and then we can pick this one up. And then we also had the women empowerment session with Uchenna Ibe from Nigeria as well. And then also yesterday, as mentioned, we had some coverage at AS2, and then also Adama for their G5 project phase kickoff. And then on our plans, what we have is tomorrow we'll also be joining the community squad for the hackathon closing, the hackathon quarterfinals closing ceremony coverage. And on that one, maybe we can also showcase the video that we have for you guys. And then we have this post on social media, so you guys can go ahead and interact with this. I don't hear volume. This volume? Okay. 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 From the speaker?
Let's go.
Okay, so
How was that? Who do you think made that, guys? Yours truly.
okay, can you go back to the meeting? Say Vanessa did it. Okay, great. So let's continue supporting the hackathon quarterfinals and wrap that up for the next stage for the semifinals. Also, social media posts. We're going to be making some success stories for Escalate and also a fun interview. We also have some mid-series that we're going to be doing as well next week under our general content. And then for CodeV, for the videos we shot this week, we're going to be working on the videos next week and then also shipping the videos. And then for the other teams as well, we can do some video shoots as well. And then hackathon semifinals, we're gonna prepare the social media plan and this. Being nominated and being a regional winner for the Global Startup Awards. We're gonna have the voting campaign. And today, actually, the voting link just came out. So we're gonna have a small exercise that we're gonna do. Zalalem, can you share the voting link on? Yes, it's on Slack now. So everyone, let's have 2 minutes to go on Slack. I don't have my phone. Okay, let's go in 2 minutes to go on Slack. And then we can access the voting link. So you guys can vote with using 2 of your email addresses, which is the A2SV one and the Gmail one. So this voting will continue up until the 22nd of August. So we can kickstart it. And then we'll also be promoting it on Telegram, on our social media platforms also. So now the first thing, let's click on the link and then let's vote using the A2SV email. General. Okay.
Okay, so you guys can find it here on the general channel.
Maybe- Okay, you can vote. You can
General
use
channel.
yours to
Please,
vote.
please.
That's,
Okay, what is this?
that's you voting.
Uh,
Okay, so it will come out like this, showing, right?
let's make sure that
Yeah.
I'm sharing this.
Go to the, okay. So also for those joining us online, just click on the link and then it will take you directly to vote for A2SV, accept the terms and conditions, vote with email. We can do the A2SV one first.
So guys, this is a live demonstration, so you should be following. Wait, I'm gonna stop right here. So are you guys still following the link? Is everything going smooth?
Or anyone having trouble accessing the link.
Maybe you're gonna say you can start by telling the importance of doing this because let's
Oh.
see why people are doing this. Yeah.
Okay, so these are Global Startup Awards, and A2SV was selected for the Accelerator and Incubator Program. So it's a global-wide competition. So the first thing is we competed for Eastern Africa, and we won with other organizations as well and companies that are doing startups that are doing tech-related or accelerator or incubator programs. So now what we're doing is we're competing with those ones for the whole of Africa now. So that's where we also need your help. So the first thing is we're successful for the Eastern Awards. So now we are competing on a continental stage. So we're starting the voting. And as I said, the voting will be for almost a month up until August 2022. So the link is easy. You just do that. And then now it says, thank you for voting for the African Awards. If we win this as well, we'll go on a global stage as well. Another thing is we'll also be providing them with a 1-minute video explaining what A2SV is, a pitch deck. And then also from this, if we do win, there's also some funding associated with the winners, which will be eligible for. So it will really be nice to have everyone's participation and have us win this one as well. So now you can click on the link again after voting with the A2SV one. And then now we're gonna use your Gmail or your fake account. What do you use?
Oh, my personal email.
Yeah, your personal one.
It's not a
Or your
fake account.
hacking one. Or whatever works. No. Just enter manually. How about the what? The name? Oh, it is going to be the same. What do they count, Zalalem? Is it the name or the email? I mean, what do they count? Is it
So
the
let's
name
say
or the
I have
email?
6 emails and all of them are Dagim.
Dagim.
Is it still going to register? The emails. Okay, so whatever email I'm using, so if I'm using like 10 emails, it counts as 10 votes.
For one name, okay.
Okay, maybe I will try to change up my name. I will be Dagim Yosef this time. I don't know. But regardless, I mean.
Maybe this time you'll be Dag Maui, right?
I was Dagmar earlier, so.
Oh, so be Dagim.
How about Dagi, right? And Yosef, Christian name.
No, email.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, no judgments to the email, man.
We don't judge over here. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys are able to vote with your A2SV email and then your personal email, that should be enough. We're voting once, right?
The link automatically.
We vote once. Okay. So after that, yeah, you don't have to vote again. But what you can do is we can share this link with others as well. We'll also be sharing it with you on Instagram stories. We'll also share it on Telegram. We'll also share it on LinkedIn as well. And also have you guys vote for us. Yes. With different emails. No, with different emails.
With different emails? Yes.
Yeah, but with the same email once.
Yes. Oh, personally?
Okay. If everyone has voted,
Well, yes. So yeah, just like Vanessa explained the importance of this thing. If we win this competition, let's say it's going to be really important for A2SV. So you guys don't really have to do the whole fake email thing. So as long as you guys have like one email, the main email that you guys have, or use the A2SV one,
The
will do
A2SV
fine,
one.
or the personal one. So I mean, we're just trying to increase the numbers here because we have a lot of members here in our team. But necessarily you guys don't have to do that. Just do it once. Follow the link on the general channel, and I feel like it's a very easy step. It's just
yeah, so it will also be great for our heads of education to share this within your classes as well, and then they can just vote with their personal emails as well. I think that would be a win as well. But yeah, that is our updates. Any questions? If not, thank you.
okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Uh, yes. Thank you, Enoch. All right. So Vanessa, about the quarterfinals closing ceremony video, what are we to do about that? Do we have a LinkedIn post ready that our team members can? Instagram.
As well. So please do like the post, especially for the hackathon on those platforms.
I see. Okay, so you guys have seen that dope video that's yours truly prepared, right? Or do you guys want to see it again? I want to see it again. No? All right, that's fine. That's okay. But yeah, the least you could do is try to support and show some love going on social media. The first thing you guys will see on LinkedIn, actually, we don't even need to share links with you guys. So if you guys open your LinkedIn, it's going to pop up initially. So just interact. One click won't hurt, and it will actually be very good for your LinkedIn algorithm. You know, your profile is going to be very active. So don't just be browsing and scrolling and closing your LinkedIn account. Just try to interact, comment, and do that. So product updates by Ms. Ghana. Ms. Ghana. What? Ms. Ghana, I'm gonna need an extensive self-introduction. This is the first time I'm seeing you here.
Okay, hi team. So my name is Muskana. I'm a product management intern.
Can you hear Ms. Ghana? At all.
My name is Muskana.
Adios. He knows you, Ms. Ghana. Say something else.
And I'm a product management intern. So
Not yet. You can be honest. It's fine. It can be louder. It can be louder. There is room for improvement. I mean, come on. We're all friends here. You can do that. Okay, it's okay. Go ahead.
okay. So I'll be presenting you our product updates, and so I'll start with our wins. So this week we hold marketing sessions for core dev projects. So it is a recurring session we do with core dev project team leads and social media team. So and the other win we have this week is mentoring hackathon projects. So we were helping them with their deliverables. That's it. And the other thing is also we prepared piece presentations for product management and also introduction to product management and understanding the problem to G5 students. And so we prepared and we presented that to them. And the other win we have is grading A2SV hackathon idea submissions. And yeah, for the past 2 to 3 days we were doing that. So that's it. And the other thing is we hold scheduled meetings for core day projects. And so we were holding meetings for stakeholder meetings for core day projects, partners, and potential investors. And the other thing we did this week is held product member assessments. So there are some people who are going to join us for product member team, and we did that assessment. We will continue that as a plan for next week. And the other thing that is work in progress is working on user stories and reviewing UI for G4 projects. We will continue doing that for next week, and then our plans will be, as I said earlier, we will continue to plan and hold stakeholder meetings for core day projects. And yeah, and the other thing is we also will have a follow-up interview with product member assessments the coming week. And the other thing is product research. We will continue researching for G4 projects because of many research are needed because we've received some comments from more seniors, so we will continue to address those comments. And the other thing, finalize idea selection for G5 students for the upcoming project phase for G5 students. We will continue to finalize idea selections. And the last is working on user stories and reviewing. Yeah, we will continue working on user stories and reviewing UI for G4 project updates. So this is the update for product.
Thank you, Muskan. Next time you should really work on raising your voice. Right? The higher your voice is, the more dominant you become and you get your attentions from your audience. So yeah, this concludes the product updates, and up next we're going to have G4 updates. But before we progress to that, I'm actually looking at new faces which I haven't seen before. Usually that's a seat that our CEO takes, and that's a seat that our communications and strategy manager sits on. So yeah, I would like to welcome our two guests out here, and maybe you guys can say a few words about yourselves, introduce. Maybe I should have done that during the personal wins. But I'm so sorry, I'm just observing you guys at the moment. So please come out here, introduce yourself, and tell us a little about what you're doing. Let's start with you. Ooh, someone taller than myself. Okay, now I see why you guys speak.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed, and here is my friend Omar. We are both from Sudan. We have been accepted at the African Master in Machine Intelligence Army, and we are here to process our South African visa. So we have been generously invited by Emory to visit you and to see what you have been doing. Seems like you are very very active guys. The environment is very good. You are doing good stuff. So thanks for having us. I'm looking forward to meet you again. Thank you so much.
Hello, guys. My name is Omar. As he said, we have been accepted to.
You could raise your voice a bit higher for us. Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Yes.
My name is Omar. As Ahmed said, we have been accepted to AI for Science Master in AIMS in South Africa. I graduated in 2022. I should have been graduated in 2021, but Sudan happens. This community is very creative. I wish we had this community when we were at college. It would be very helpful. And I wish you to expand in all Africa. And thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much. Yes. Him? Oh, we have one more guest. Hello, sir. How are you doing? We've been talking about a lot of A2SV secrets. I didn't know we had a lot of guests. How are you doing?
Doing good. Hi, guys. Good to see you all. My name is Mubarak. I'm a software developer at IBM. I work with IBM Cloud Business Unit. I completed my undergrad and master's at the University of Toronto. And I'm very happy to be a mentor here at A2SV. Emre invited me to become a mentor, and I'm very happy to work with you all. I know you guys are highly talented and you have the skills to compete globally. I've seen some of the projects that you guys worked on. For example, Skillbridge is a really good platform, fully functional educational platform. And if you guys want to learn from my experience, or if you want to speak to me, or if you want to learn from my experience, reach out to me on Slack. And thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. All right, with that we can proceed to G4 updates, which is presented to us by Ganesh.
Hello guys, I'm Zaganesh. For G4 updates, can you hear me, Tadis? Okay. For the wins that we have last week, the first one is we have reviewed interview responses and finalized technical interview. Is still ongoing because we didn't get the full picture for the technical interviews that we have conducted. Hopefully, we are going to finalize it by next week, starting from Monday. Then we have conducted tech stack assessment for A2SV 2024 positions. It was on Wednesday and Thursday. On Wednesday, we have had the mobile and backend assessment, and yesterday we have had the product and web assessment. The only thing that's remaining is the UI UX. We're going to conduct that by next week. The other thing is we filtered the application the applicants according to their interview outcomes. We have already filtered out those applicants and invited them to the tech stack assessment. So it's done. It's a mistake. It's a green light. Okay. The other is planning the next phase for G4 projects. It's still ongoing because we didn't finalize the whole plan for the G4 projects phase. Then finally, we have worked on the user stories and review UI for G4 projects. Yeah, yes, like the previous week it was ongoing, but now like most of the user stories that we are going to implement are done. It's the UI design only remaining. When we come to the plans, we're going to onboard G4 second year students by next week. Then we're going to have the kickoff for the students that we're going to onboard. We're going to grade the tech stack assessments that we have had previously. Then we're going to filter out all the applicants based on their results that we have had. Then finally, we're going to hopefully by next week on Friday, we are going to announce the results for the applicants. Yeah. Basically, that's the plan for G4 education. If you guys have any question, I'm here. No question.
Thank you, Saka. Okay, Bazar, physics. Our G4 projects. Since we have guests, maybe you could start by saying a few words about what Bazar is, the project itself, and then you can give us the updates.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Fitsumavi, and I'm the project lead for the project Bazar. Bazar is basically a platform for listing vehicles and houses, and also like listing your businesses if your business is related to cars or vehicles or houses, and also it includes services as well. That's the shortest description that I could think of. So for the wins and plans, like this week our team has been involved in a recruitment process related tasks. Like we have been grading the technical assessments, and also we have been like having the technical interviews as well for the DSA interviews, and also we have been involved in hackathon related tasks like briefing meetings and mentoring and grading like the projects. And we had the weekly sync with the product and UI UX team, and we talked about some of the urgent UI UX designs that we need, and they are in progress currently. And also we have finalized the search assistant endpoint. So what the search assistant endpoint does is it just gets a brief description of whatever you are looking for in our platform. And if you are looking for a product, it gives you a product. And if you change your mind, and if you are looking for like services related to the product that you are looking for, it updates the results accordingly. So that's what the search assistant does. And it has been like our web team has started like integrating the search and listing assistants, and their own progress. Like they are not done yet, but almost 80% done. there are some modifications needed, and those modifications are because of like the continued like modification of the response format for the chatbot, and also we have done refactoring the ad product and service pages. Previously, it was done by our interns, and now, like according to the latest changes that we have introduced to our products and service listings, the refactoring was needed. So we have been doing that, and also the navigation bar responsiveness is still ongoing. It hasn't been done yet, and for next week's plans, so like we have been given comments on our last review session, and we have addressed most of them, and we'll be like demoing and reviewing the latest version of our website next week, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, and then have the UI UX designs delivered for this week's, like which we requested on this week's discussions, and also we'll be reviewing those designs and move on to the implementation, and we'll be starting testing for the latest features that we implemented, and also the dashboard. We'll be continuing to work on the dashboard and the dashboard for businesses and individual sellers, which we call them users, just normal users. And also we'll be modifying the search assistant for improved accuracy. So there are some gaps in the backend implementation for the search assistant. It treats products as products, but for us, like they should be cars, like vehicles and houses. So both of them are treated as products, but it should be able to identify between the two. So we'll be working on that modification. So these are the plans that we have for next week. Do you have any questions? Like for web, we are using React, and for backend, we are using .NET and Node.js alongside each other. Node for the chatbot feature, and .NET for the rest of the backend. So that's what we are using.
Thank you, Basim.
Any questions?
All right. If you have any questions about Bazar, you guys know who to talk to. It's Basim. Up next, we can have Hakim Hub, presented to us by Henok. Henoki. Again, Henok, you can start by saying a few words about what Hakim Hub is, and then you can proceed to the updates.
I feel like everybody here knows what Hakim Hub is, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Hakim Hub, it's a healthcare platform. It's just to make getting doctors and institutions easier. So when you're sick, you don't know where to go, right? You don't know which doctors are good. In Ethiopia and other African countries, it's not as organized. So we have a platform where we have all the data on the doctors for you to make decisions or informed decisions on where to go. We also have a chatbot where you can tell it what you're feeling. For example, you can say, there's a swelling on my ear or whatever. And then it's going to ask you leading questions. And finally, it's going to say, okay, based on the things you've mentioned, you should go here, or you should go to this doctor, and stuff like that. So in the future, we're planning on having booking appointments and many more things to come. So that's what Hakim Hub is. Okay, so the wins for this week are we've completed aggregating data on medical information storage. So we've been researching on HIPAA compliance and other healthcare laws in Ethiopia to see if we could actually store medical information. So we've done that. We've also had a meeting with Emre, not Emre, but with Funda. A meeting with Emre, it's going to be today, regarding the HIPAA compliance, and we've gathered some points to work with. We've also completed chat search and pagination integration. The Google authentication backend rework, we haven't managed to complete it because there were some unforeseen issues. with integrating with mobile and web. So I've been researching that throughout the week. We've also not been able to complete the next MVP user stories. This is due to the aggregation and the meeting happening at the later dates, I guess. So the plans for this week or the plans for next week are, we're going to complete the authentication backend rework. We're going to have the completed MVP user stories. We're also going to implement filtering improvements. There are some things that we need to improve to make it more user-friendly. We've also completed consulting. We're going to consult with a lawyer or a legal aid about the medical information. We've completed aggregating it, but there's still some things we feel like we could get from like a lawyer or a legal profession. So those are the plans for next week. Does anybody have any questions? HIPAA? Yes, definitely. We have a bit like a document, so we'll share that definitely. So if there's no questions.
Thank you, Anuki. Okay, for the Generation 4 Us2 updates, we have people joining us remotely. Let's get
Thank you, Derek. Like I'm here. Can you hear me, Derek?
Yes, you can continue. I can hear you, but I can't see you, Mati. Are you in a good place to share your screen?
Sure. So thank you. Yes. So for the Generation 4 Us2 updates, like I will start from the Spark Tank team. The Spark Tank team this week, what we have been working on is like an extensive review on the user stories and also update them. So that's done. And currently the ongoing task is the PRD reviews and the plan for the next milestones as well. And for the and also like we have done the UI UX internal reviews and like we have list out some UIs that need to be updated and the workflows as well. And for the next week plan, like we have planned to do an extensive product side research and as well as like to understand more about our like users pain points and to pivot our product to that direction. And the next plan is to get some new UI UX designs. And besides that, we will do the bug fixes as well. And for the Vertex, like this week's is like in this week, like we have synced with the returning Vertex team members, as well as like we have addressed the web feedbacks that we received from the previous demonstration, and the backend team is implementing the code submission feature as well. And for the next week plans for the Vertex to prepare list of features for the product team to prepare like user stories based on them and to sync with returning members as well. And as always, bug fixes and like addressing the feedbacks that haven't been like addressed. So this is it. Like, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mati. But you forgot to explain what basically Spark Tank and Vertex is, what the project stands for. Just brief description.
Yeah, sure. So Spark Tank is a platform where we connect startups with investors. Like this is the main goal of Spark Tank. And for the Vertex, it's an interview preparation platform with an offline support.
Okay, thank you so much, Mati.
Thank you, Derek.
Cool. All right. Okay. And finally, we can go to our core development updates. Today, we're going to start off with Skillbridge. Let's have Skillbridge representatives out here and give us Skillbridge updates. Again, Didier, don't forget to mention about what the project is.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Didier. So Skillbridge is an AI-powered learning platform for high school students. So we basically help these students to prepare for their class studies as well as for their exams. We provide them with different resources to prepare for the exam. We provide them different types of exam as well as an AI assistant. So for this week, one of our plan was reaching out to summer schools so that we can onboard grade 11 students early on. We were able to go to 3 schools. We have onboarded students from one school. The other one, they need to process the letter and they will call us next week. The other one, they are not currently conducting summer schools. So the other one, we are continuing reviewing national exam within our team. So since some of the content of the national exam were not correct, we decided to review it within the team, and we are continuing that process within the team. The other one is we wanted to have a referral program where students who finish grade 12 can invite grade 11 students into our platform. We have finished the feature, but we are not able to push it. We had some issues with Shorebird, and we are not able to push it this week. The other one is integrating custom contest and notification feature. So custom contest is basically students will be able to create their own contest and invite their friends. The notification feature is also in-app notification where students can see different types of notifications. So we made good progress on this part as well, but we are not able to finalize it this week. And the other one is the cash out feature. We have built the UI from the mobile side, and we'll be integrating it next week. The other one is we wanted to integrate additional metrics on our admin dashboard from Firebase. So we wanted to integrate different metrics, especially related to the most feature used and related information. So we have done that, but we are not able to deploy it because we have encountered some issues on the deployment. So we'll fix that next week. The other one, we had some updates on the homepage, so we have finished that. So for the next week, we'll be pushing our updates to our users, as well as update our APK on Play Store. We'll start the referral program on our mobile application. We'll be contacting the students, making some posts on Telegram. We'll try to finalize the integration of custom contest and notification feature, as well as the cash out feature. And for our admin dashboard, like most of the metrics we integrated, we're working on localhost, but we encountered some problem on the deployment, so we'll try to fix that next week. If you have any question.
All right. Thank you, Didier. All right. Up next, let's have Rate It. They give us the weekly updates. Quick rundown, because 20 minutes past our schedule. So quick rundown of what happened. Don't forget to mention what's...
Sure. Okay. So Rate It is a platform that makes it easier for you to discover restaurants as well as their food items. So the entire review as well as the menu item for the restaurants are available on the platform. So the basic idea is that. So going over our updates, this week we managed to research into the data pooling methods. We had a session with Akash. He told us insights how we can use other platforms to get data from them. That was helpful for us. Another feature is on the mobile app for the business. We were able to integrate analytics where a restaurant owner can see the stats for the orders as well as the for the specific items, like how many visits, the entire analytics. Another feature, we managed to integrate localization for the business app. We added for now English. We're working on the Afro feature now. We also managed to record this video shooting a social media post describing about what it is as well as that. For our next week plan, we plan to complete and the admin dashboard. We're working in the user stories at the moment. We're trying to finalize those. Next, on the mobile app, since the business app is work in the progress, we're planning to add the loading features, shimmers, and other components on the business app. On the web app, we plan to add some pages like the analytic pages that showcase about the users for the restaurant owner, to showcase like how many visits, specific daily active users. To showcase that, we plan to integrate that as well. And finally, we plan to build a release app for the business app on the Play Store, as well as to update the current client app on the Play Store. So that's the next week plan for Reddit. Any questions?
No, thank you, Arvin. Okay. Well, up next we have AfroChat. Let's have AfroChat team lead Tadios to give us a brief rundown of what happened throughout the week. Also, please don't forget to mention a few words about the project.
Hi, my name is Tarius Bagasha, the project lead for AfroChat. So AfroChat works on providing accessibility for different models. And I guess for this week, the updates we're going to have. So our Play Store review update has been confirmed, and we are officially in Play Store, so that's a good thing. Also, we have updated some design on the web app. We also sent out the documentation and other API needs for the community team regarding the hackathon. So anybody who's working on the project for the hackathon can use our API services. And business persona page, we have updated the web app for the change, and we added their own dedicated page for business personas. We also updated the same thing on the mobile, and we have sent it for a review. And we also added additional business personas tailored for A2SV, more like communication, UI, UX assistant, so forth. And also we did an interview with Jonas. So Jonas is not going to be with us anymore. He was a good part of our team, and we'd like to say goodbye nicely. There is Jonas. Yeah.
Jonas, come out here.
Jonas.
Jonas.
Maybe.
In case you thought it was serious, I was actually joking all this time. I know you're true. It's a game that we play.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't appreciate it.
Yeah. So I guess maybe if you'd like to say something.
I guess I don't have much to say, but I would like to thank you all for the time that we had together. That's what I would like to say.
Let me ask you a question, Jonas. What part of A2SV is your favorite?
From which?
If you had to say about A2SV, you've been at A2SV for quite some time now. So what's the most, which aspect of A2SV do you like the most? What's the most favorite thing you have?
I guess the education phase was.
Education phase. So back when you were in group
G41, yeah.
Let's see. All right. Okay. Well, wish you best of luck in your future endeavors.
Okay. So plans we have for the next week are going to be sending the new UI UX we have implemented for both Play Store and App Store. This one we expect it to be done by 2 days. They are being fast about it, about the review, so that's good. Also, we need to refactor some of the premium based on the coin system we have, and we need to integrate it with the chat module and do some tests so that it works properly. The experience is very important. And also, mobile, there is an increase in the size of our mobile app, so we're like cleaning up some of unused components to minimize the size, which is very important, and it's recommended by Play Store. and also admin dashboard update based on the new. We added some KPIs that works that might be interesting for us to see, and we're gonna be updating the admin dashboard. And also on Monday we're gonna have a prompt review with Samir to help us improve some of our prompting and also other technical applications we can implement in accessing our model. So yeah, that's our plan we have for next week. Okay, any questions? Okay. Yes.
Another question, but
Yes.
This is actually to make one point more visible for all our teammates. One of the updates you mentioned for the plans for next week. Talking with Samir
yes.
about like improving our systems and as well as our prompting, right?
Yeah.
So team, Samir was one of our mentors, and I think he has also given a workshop, a great workshop about generative AI, its applications, how we can do better prompting, how we can get connected with these models through Hugging Face, right?
Yeah.
So the workshop was great for people who haven't checked it out. I highly recommend. And on top of that, I am very happy to hear that Tadios, you get connected with him, you see that he's going to be able to provide some value, and you are setting a meeting. So Tim, this is very important. Like as you see, when we ask for help, people help. How much is he charging for this?
No charge.
You see, like there are some great people with great hearts who are open to help you. Therefore, let's take our lesson from here. Whenever you have a need, like find some professionals in that area. LinkedIn is an amazing tool for that. You can find people on LinkedIn. Many people also find us on LinkedIn. And make your inquiry, ask for their time, tell your situation, like try to learn how to make connections through LinkedIn. So this is very important, guys. This is virtual business network. Think about that. How would you get connected with somebody in United States otherwise? Tell me. Is it easy to find those people on Instagram? Huh? How about TikTok? How about YouTube? Maybe sometimes we see them in the videos, but they don't hear us. But on LinkedIn, they hear you guys. You can get heard. And think about it, like work with ChatGPT, get feedback from other people who are good at this, and try to learn it. Like anything, if you spend some time, you are going to get better at that. So my recommendation to everybody, utilize LinkedIn for your benefit, for your project's benefit, for education that you are providing for its benefit. So whatever reason you want to use it for, but use it, please. That's how you are going to learn it. Otherwise, is it improving by itself, Tadios? When you don't make such reach outs, how often they come to you?
No, rarely, very rare, almost none, to be honest.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Next thing.
Adot. We have Adot up next. Do we have any representatives? All right. Say a few words about Adot, what the project stands for, and the updates.
Okay, my name is Enoch. Adot is a pregnancy companion app, and a pregnant mother can get insight and also can track her vital signs. For this week, we finalized fixing comments on the landing page and the doctor's flow up. Also, we deployed the doctor's flow up to the internal testing. Also, we sent up to 4 doctors, and we did research on iOS deployment, and we start reaching out doctors for testing, and we are working on notification and to increase engagement. Also, we were working on the calendar, on Ethiopian calendar for Amharic version of Adot. For the next week plan, we are going to continue on in-app notification and review and identify improvement and fixing for admin dashboard, and prepare review collections for the doctors, for the doctor testers, and we are going to add markdown for the insights, so mothers can have a great experience while reading the insights. And also we are going to continue on in-app notification for appointment and medication reminder. Any question? Yeah.
When is adult active interface going to be available?
Yeah, it's available for internal testing, and we sent for doctors, and they are reviewing it. And after we collect their feedbacks, we are going to release on open testing.
Thank you, Nakil. And yeah, finally, we're going to have Akil. Let's have a representative from Akil. Please introduce yourself. Tell us what the project stands for. And finally, the updates.
Okay, my name is Linsa.
Since I can't hear you. I can't hear you, let alone anyone here.
Okay, my name is Linsa. I am a project lead for Akil. Akil is a platform that connects opportunities with the youth. We were working with NGOs to connect them with volunteers, but currently we are going to include private sectors too. So that's coming in the future. For this week, our win is we have reached to 1K followers on LinkedIn, and we also have around 1,000, more than a little bit more than 1,000 registered volunteers. We did in-person visit to IUIA. It's Inspired Ethiopian Youth Association. This is an organization that we have found from the survey we have collected, and we contacted them, and they invited us to their office, and we discussed about A2SV. We started from A2SV, and then we discussed about Akil. So they are unlike the other NGOs I have went to. This one is really organized and professional, and they asked us to sign MOU. So we'll move forward with that. And we had a meeting with Corps Africa. This organization, I think we met them in Morocco, and we had a follow-up meeting. So they will contact us with their Ethiopian branch manager, and also they will ask their world branch, like their world representatives to sign up on Akil. So we'll also follow up on that. We posted a volunteer interview, which is HIAO's interview on our social media. Mainly on development side, we were focusing on admin dashboard, and we were preparing matrices to send to Fundat for approval. But at the same time, we're removing the metadata and improving the UIs and stuff. That's also in progress, and we will also try to work on it next week. For plans next week, we'll shoot NGO interview with the Negrat Brahan NGO. We'll conduct a half-day training with Indarase volunteers. The opportunity already posted. We highly encourage A2SVians to register for this opportunity, because unlike other companies, we use Google products, and we have good computer skills, and the training is regarding that, like using calendars, meets, docs, Google Sheet and stuff. So I highly recommend you guys to register to this opportunity and give a half-day training with us. So we'll have in-person visits to different organizations next week, and hopefully we'll complete NGO guideline document, and we'll start to sending out to the NGOs.
Yes, are you asking some invite questions? I was hoping we'd invite some questions. No, never mind. Okay, so yeah, that I guess yes. You have a question? Okay, Lens.
All right, so team, like one thing I would love to highlight about Akil updates this week. Can you see how many non-technical updates we have here? Lensa, could you please look at the list and categorize?
Okay, the top 3 is non-technical, and the last one is technical.
Yes, so but look at that. Top 3 updates are non-technical updates. Team, understand this, like when we are engineers or when we are coming from engineering background, it is easy to think that engineering side of the thing is the most important, and when it is there, it's going to do everything by itself. But guys, in real life problem solving, in real world problem solving, it's not like this. It's like making a table. When you are making a table, can you say that this leg is more important than the other leg? Huh? They are all important and they have to go in sync. So real world problem solving requires paying attention to different aspects of business building as well. And I appreciate Akil team for taking the right steps and building those aspects that are not easily visible to engineers, because it's not easy to do as engineers. But don't forget, you guys are smart. You guys are very analytical. And when you spend some time on something, you are going to learn it. You are going to figure it out. So Lanza, how does it feel to work on those tasks now? Like, do you feel very excited when you go to an NGO, when you are talking with people, like doing, let's say, non-technical tasks for the real world problem solving? How do you feel now?
At first, like I hated going to the NGOs because most of the time they say no, or I don't want to see to people's face. But after a while, like I am learning a lot. Like people are doing a lot. Like we only see the technical stuff or the developer side of things, but for example, I didn't know people were active in volunteering, or there were NGOs that fund from their own income and stuff. So since I'm learning a lot, I like going out now.
Great job. Keep it up. Thank you.
Divan has a question.
There are lots of people who are how do you make sure that not
So, so the plan is not to forget about the NGOs. We'll have both sides, but when you see there on the private sector too, there is a need. So Akil can provide both with a little change, and I don't think they will affect each other that much. But if Imre can add on that,
So, Liban, in order to make sure that this is not going to happen, we need to experiment. So, what you are raising right now, this is a good question, because Akil wants to support and empower NGOs. That's true. At the same time, Akil also wants to support young people. So, like, let's take a look at the whole picture to understand why the team is making such kind of a consideration. So, a week ago, we had a visit to Addis Ademayu, right? And he recommended that young people do not only need experience from NGOs, young people also need experience from some private companies. Private companies have this need. They want to get better understanding of people, like they want to see their performance and make sure that they are going to be right hires. And to be able to do that, private companies also want to provide similar opportunities to people. So some positions in NGOs are paid positions, guys. A2SV is a non-profit organization. Look at A2SV. Do we have some paying positions? Yes, we do, right? Pretty much everybody in this room is getting paid by A2SV. Do we have some volunteering situations as well? So think about some of the stuff we are doing, like, for example, the coordination work that we have done for the hackathon, mentorship work for the hackathon. So there are some volunteering activities as well, right? Are we paying our mentors, guys, for this year's hackathon? So as you see, like an NGO can have both types of needs, and private companies can also have both types of needs. And right now, Akil is going to test the water to connect young people for real world experience through private opportunities as well. And instead of creating a replica platform at the moment, we are going to test it in our platform. And if we see, like, because we track these metrics, right? How many views opportunities are taking, how many applications they are getting, how many of them are turning into volunteering activities. So we are already looking at these, let's say, statistics, these metrics. And if we see any drop in these, we can definitely separate the platforms. If you remember, that was our original plan. Let's do Akil, and then in the future, we can also launch Akil jobs. So this can happen. And whether this is going to be needed or not, let's experiment. Because on the other hand, let me also tell you this. When there are private opportunities there may be more people coming to take a look. Because maybe when we are just saying this is volunteers, NGOs, maybe less people are coming and looking. And after, let's say, bringing more opportunities, maybe more people are going to look. Maybe your volunteer base is going to grow. So even the NGOs are going to get more volunteers. Maybe their posts are going to get more views, more applications. Can we guarantee that it's going to go one way or the other? Huh? Is there anybody who is like, Emre, for sure I know the answer? Including myself, we don't know the answer, right? So we are going to experiment. So guys, this is the scientific approach. We don't know the answer. We are going to test. And of course, Akil wants to empower NGOs. And the moment we see that the power is going down, then we will do something about it. So at that time, when we look at these dashboards, when we see these metrics, then we will be able to say whether this helped NGOs or this actually suffered NGOs. And then we can make the right call. So I am very happy that you are asking this question, because team, question everything. Okay, so we are all people. We all have some blind spots, and good can always be better. Bring these questions to the table. Let's have the conversation and hopefully try to make an experiment on it and let the data decide. Because that way we are going to be fitting to the reality instead of our assumptions or hypotheses. So we need to make these experiments, and those experiments start with such kind of questions. Therefore, thank you, Liban.
Thank you, Emre, and thank you, Liban, obviously. Yeah, we have, yeah, the only thing remaining now is the Ghana education updates, and we were told to, that we will be having a quick demonstration. Yes. Hello?
Hi, Dagan. Okay. All right. So Ghana education updates. Sorry, we went a bit away from the plan. We're dealing with some technical difficulties. So wins for the week include continued listing feature backend integration. If you guys remember, we started this 2 weeks ago, and since the listing feature is one of the 2 major features in the application, we decided to give it a 2-week sprint, and then we have continued the backend integration. Second thing is the add listing functionality. So this functionality includes a lot of features which are necessary to give the lister options so that flexibility can be achieved in addressing different user groups and targeting different market groups when adding a listing. This includes national service personnel, students, and temporary workers. Third thing is deployment for web. We have achieved it. The issue is there's this one feature which is struggling to connect to the backend, and we're currently working on that one. So deployment is half done. The last one is final camp planning. This one took place yesterday. Emre and Mati took the time to discuss the final camp planning, which is supposed to commence on September 4 for continuing students. plans for the next week. We plan to finalize Tera deployments. So the backend, which I forgot to mention earlier, is already deployed. So it's just going to be for the web and having like a working version of the mobile app as a downloadable APK. The second team is product team meeting with Mary. This was supposed to happen like last week, but unfortunately we had to reschedule due to conflicting schedules because Mary was occupied with hackathon issues and us were dealing with project development processes here in Ghana. So we plan to have a meeting with her next week. And then the third one is we plan to progress on securing accommodation for camp for students. Initial conversations have started. The plan is to continue the discussions with the University of Ghana delegates here. And so as for our demonstration, Mustafa is here with us. So everyone, let's welcome Mustafa and you can go ahead and present Tera.
All right. Thank you, TB. Hi, everyone. So we've been working on Tera for the past 3 months now, and we are here to talk about the projects and have a demo. So Tera is a house rental and sales platform designed to meet the needs of individuals seeking rental properties. Our platform is also designed to address key challenges in the rental market, particularly for underrepresented listers, such as those offering single room units and low-cost accommodations. Additionally, Tera provides affordable hostels for students who struggle to find accommodation due to the limited availability of campus housing. Tera ensures property verification, user support, and maintenance, providing a reliable and secure platform for all users. So Tera is available for both mobile and web, and it's made to like offer accessibility and convenience. So without wasting much time, let's move on to the demo, starting with the web. Oh, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is Tera homepage, which I guess you guys can see over here. We have a couple of listings provided, and you can also explore some cities to find suitable accommodation options. Yes. So you can view frequently asked questions and all that. But since I am a registered user of the sites or a lister, I would like to list a property. So when I click on add listing, this is the add listing page basically. So I'll be populating this field to add a listing. And I think I have a pre-populated field here so that I'll be able to add a listing. Okay, so when I click on add listing, okay, I think I'm missing something. Um, missing something. Okay. What's the issue? Okay. What's wrong? I think it's the internet connection. I don't know. So, well, we can also move on to the mobile. So for the mobile, this is the homepage, and we have a couple of listings provided here. So as a user, if I want to find a place to rent, I can select an apartment. And yes, so basically this is an apartment that maybe I might be interested in renting, and I can view the listed details here and then make contact with the person to rent the place. I mean, so I think for now that's all.
Yeah, thank you, Mustafa. So it seems like the internet kind of interfered with our presentation. But yeah, the guys here have been dedicating 2 hours after regular school day, from 8 p.m. to 10, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Here at the lab, trying to finish this feature. The next feature we plan to implement is the chat functionality, which enables the landlord and the tenant to get in contact and discuss details. We have finished the UIs, so the next process would be to get started with the implementation. Yeah, that's mostly it for today.
Thank you so much, Debabu, for the presentation. That was a beautiful presentation, and let's give a round of applause for our Ghana teammates for doing this. Mustafa, a very good presentation, and we hope to see this project progress in the future. So yes, and finally we can progress to our conclusive remarks. Initially, I tried to reach out to our senior members. It was supposed to be our senior members. I couldn't reach them, but hopefully, I feel like we have yes, a big guy here with us, Mr. Alper.
Night again.
Hi, how are you?
I'm not very okay. I would definitely say I'm a bit sick. So basically, I would like to apologize first for my voice. And as we have run out of time and due to my current situation, I'd like to make it a very short one. My fellow A2SVians, as you know, A2SV, as Emre said in his words, talking about Akil's project, we are a foundation that already has some expenses, including people. So basically, we need some money to sustain the structure of A2SV. And although we are at the moment talking with big companies like Bloomberg to get some financial aid from them, we are in the very ending points of our runway. So basically, it's a very important time for A2SV to get some more funding and basically and frankly speaking to find some money. So As you know, A2SV mostly operates in Ethiopia and with a small part in Ghana. So basically, if something goes wrong with the A2SV team and we shut down, it will be definitely the first two countries that are going to be affected by these closure, Ethiopia and Ghana. So basically, for all my friends over there, please try to think of people who we can reach out for getting some foundations to extend our runway. So this is a sincere request to make you think about your relatives, your friends who are living either in Ethiopia or in the States and who might be willing to support us financially to continue the presence of A2SV. This is the first request that I'm going to make from you. The second one is a rather broad one. As we are doing our efforts to make A2SV run longer, every piece of work that we do is very important. So you are a part of A2SV, and whatever you are doing, you should be trying to get to the best version of what you do. First, ask yourself, is it the best that I can deliver? If it is an image, if it is a piece of code, if it is a speech, it's not important. Just think of it and with your clear mind, ask yourself this question, is it the best that I can deliver? And if you are a team leader and you're getting some feedbacks, some documents from your team members, please try to ask them, is it the best that you can deliver as well? So it's a chain of command. First, you have to ask yourself, and as a team leader, you have to ask your team. And if you are above the team lead, you can ask the same question to the team leaders as well. So we need to strategize and work hard and try to give us our best to make A2SV long lasting, because it's a very important point of time. Could you please go to the code, Tagim? Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest tomorrow. This is a quote by Ogmandino, who was a famous salesman, businessman, and a writer in the States. Just look at this quote and understand what I try to convey to you in my last verse. Now, do your best. Now you plant and you are going to harvest tomorrow. But please be sure that if you don't do your best, there will definitely nothing to harvest for tomorrow. Take care and have a nice week. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alper, for sharing those words with us. And yeah, team, with this, I would like to conclude the July 26th weekly wins session. No? All right. Emre said no.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt, Takım, because like on the flow, I think there was a bit of a miscommunication. So can you please go back 2 pages? Yes, in the presentation, go back 2 pages. Yes. So, team, I would love to make 2 important announcements. Yes, the first one is about the promotion. So, Bulan Asefa, I don't know how many of you had the pleasure to be working with her. She is becoming our new head of academy for remote education. So this is very well deserved. Like as I said, it's a real pleasure to be working with Bulan. I haven't heard anything else from anybody at A2SV so far. So if you ever have the chance in the future, understand you are a very lucky person. So thanks for making us feel that way, Bulan. And the second important announcement. So today, we also have a new member for A2SV Special Forces. So Blen has been doing this for a very long time, I believe, since she has joined A2SV. But I haven't noticed this until maybe like 4 or 5 months before, where we start working more closely. And guys, like, she is very tidy, very well organized, very dedicated, very disciplined. There are many tasks that I believe she can do with a higher quality than I can do. So this is very well deserved. Welcome to A2SV Special Forces. As another member of this team and our in-person head of academy.
Thank you very much. I really was not expecting this. Maybe I knew about the head of academy, but I didn't know about this. So thank you all and everyone in my team and thank you.
And I would love to also invite Yaret to the stage, Yaret again, because he was our head of academy for remote education for a long time. He did a great job, and he has expressed his interest to join CoreDev. That's why Blen is now becoming our new head of academy, and Yaret is going to continue being part of A2SV, hopefully in CoreDev. So Yaret, what do you want to say about Blen? You work closely with her.
So about Blen, I think most of you know that Blen is the most hardworking person in here. If there's anyone who wants to contest that, I'll argue that for days. And Blen, I think she deserves this and even more. She's a great worker. She's a great person to be working with. And like, if you have her in your squad, then you know great things are going to be done. And I'm very happy that she's now becoming the head of academy. I always felt like I shouldn't be the head of academy. Blen is the deputy, but things are going to be fixed now. So Blen, congratulations for this.
Dagim, I hope it was worth that I stopped you.
It was completely worth it. All right. Congratulations, Blen. I thought it was a slide that was put there by mistake, apparently, because no slide was put before the conclusive remarks before. So that's actually the reason why I skipped it so fast. But yeah, for our guests here is a T-shirt that Blen was awarded. It's called the Ranger A2SV T-shirt. It's only awarded to like A2SV members who have done extreme and very, very high contributions to the organization. And again, I actually know Blen for quite some time now, and I would like to congratulate you as well. Blen, you deserve this, and one more round of applause for Blen as well. And I'm not going to lie, I am also a little jealous, but we're going to discuss about that later. Okay. Well, yes. Again, thank you so much, Mr. Alper, for taking time to share the quotes with us today. It's also something that I've noticed. This is, like Emre have been saying so far, the most important quarter for A2SV. And what the very least we can do for the organization is try to be at our best. So this includes proactivity, guys. So with whatever that you guys are doing, maybe try to take it to another step. How can I do this better? So instead of just taking your tasks and then finalizing, great job for that, by the way, completing your tasks in time. But what you guys can do now, especially for this quarter, is something that I have taken as a principle myself. That's something I would like to share with you guys. So proactivity is really important. So what you can do is whatever task you receive, just try to take it to another step and see how you can make it better and more, try to gain more outcome out of it. So that's something that I would advise for all of you guys. And it's, yeah, let's not take much of your time. So have a wonderful weekend. And Blen, again, congratulations. All right. Thank you.